Hey, this is Dr. Cody Syke with another functional fitness tip. Today I'm going to show you some basic exercises for challenging the core and the trunk in the frontal plane. So if you recall, the frontal plane is this side-to-side plane. So I really want to challenge these lateral chain muscles down through my obliques, down into my hips. So in order to do that, I need to find some way to challenge it from each side. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some basic floor exercises. These are things that you can try if you're a beginner in order to try to challenge the core. So the first one we're going to do is just a simple side bridge from the knees. So you're going to get on your side. Go ahead and put your thighs and your knees on the ground. Legs are behind you, your lower legs are behind you, your feet behind you. Go ahead and straighten up your body. So from the hips to the shoulders, you're in pretty much a straight line, and this just prevents you from drawing your knees forward. Shoulder should be right above your elbow and your forearm for support. Now what we're going to do, okay, is we're just going to push up onto our side, getting a straight line from our hips all the way down our body, all the way to our knees. So now you're going to feel that in this lower lateral musculature here, okay? And you're holding that position for about 10 seconds while you continue to breathe. It's very important to keep breathing and not to bear down and really, perform that Valsalva and hold your breath. Continue to breathe in. At first, it might not be as easy to breathe, but once you get better and build some endurance, you'll find that it's relatively easy to do. So, up on that elbow, counting for 10 seconds, nice and slow, continuing to breathe, keeping this arm right on top, okay? So that's the first one. Now, if you want to advance that a little bit more, then what you can do is you can raise one leg off the ground. You can also put one arm in the air. This is called a modified star bridge. So we're going to come up on our side, hand's going to go in the air, and then this top leg also is going to come up and just open up. Okay, we're going to hold that position for 10 seconds. And so what you'll feel is down through the hips, those muscles on the outside of your hips, called your abductor muscles, really have to fire a lot in order to hold you, because now they don't have your top leg there for any support. So of course you need to do this on both sides. So choose the one that's most appropriate for you. Now if you find that that's still a little too difficult, or if you find that it really bothers your shoulder, maybe you have shoulder problems and issues, you have past injuries, and you can't do that, then one way to challenge that is to do a modified bridge, side bridge position. So you're going to lay down all the way on the ground this time with your knees bent. Cross your arms over your chest. And now you're going to try to pull your shoulders up off the ground towards the ceiling. So you're raising up to the side, and at the same time, you're trying to lift both legs off the ground. You're going to come up and you're going to hold that position. So now, instead of the lower muscles being targeted, you're going to feel this in the upper muscles. And this is a modified position in case you have shoulder issues, past injuries, some sort of limitation that's holding you back from doing it in the regular side bridge position. So if you haven't done these before, I really challenge you to try them out. I think once you do them, you'll love them, and they are awesome to develop your core strength and endurance.